Hello and welcome back to We Happy Few. The new DLC is finally out, which means I don't have to try and figure out what the hell I'm playing, because I've tried 3 different games and they all have problems preventing me from playing them. For example, BioShock Infinite. I was actually gonna play that next, but there are problems I'm having with the sound. It is constantly clipping, no matter what I do. Constantly. Then of course there's the problems with the 2 games on Dolphin I wanted to play as well. Sonic Riders and Battle for Bikini Bottom. Those have some bugs as well. So we're gonna play the Roger and James in They Came From Below. I hope I remember how to play this. I'm sure I can figure it out. It's only been a few months. Oh god, many months actually. When did I play the campaign? I forget now. God, for all I know, it's been half a year.
I used to wonder if there were other forms of life. Other people on other planets. I used to wonder if they would be friendly. I don't wonder that anymore. Oh my god! I've got to save them!
Oh! I got a gun! Ooh. Ah.
Oh, bugger!
Don't worry, I defeated them all.
Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, it got worse.
It's Wellington Wells. It gets worse whether you think it will or not.
Back up a bit.
Oh, it's one of those stories.
You wanted me to buy. Why didn't I write it down? Maybe he already gave Viv the list. Oh, and I have to pick up that headlamp. From Peggy. I hope that's not awkward. Spiffing weather.
Lovely day for it.
Lovely day for it. What do I have to do? Go shopping for Dr. Faraday. Yes, that's correct.
Marvellous, isn't it?
Lovely day for it.
Just a minute. Roger Bacon! I haven't seen you in... How long has it been?
Look, sorry to bother. Dr. Faraday hoped you might be done with...
Come in. I've just made a pot of tea.
I really can't. Dr. F's got me hopping today.
You always say that. You have frog.
Pretty much, yeah.
That came out a bit off, didn't it? Sometimes I just put my foot in it.
She loaned you her, that bobby hat with a headlamp on it.
Oh, I have no idea where it is. But I bet I could find it if you helped me look. I bet you'd be very stern as a policeman.
Peggy.
Oh, just say it. You wouldn't want me if I were the last girl on earth. You think I'm ugly and stupid.
No. You're clever and beautiful.
But there's
Aren't I
just
gay?
something horribly wrong with me. Look, take your
Pretty sure.
stupid headlamp. I never wanted it anyway. I just wanted to see you.
Peggy, Well, lovely to see you. Bye.
You might want to close the door before the Bobby sees you. Oop. Alright, fuck you too then.
Jolly good. Right as rain, sir. Right as rain.
Oh, I can't play the piano.
Hello, Viv. How have you been? I've got a list of things.
I know about you and James, you know?
You do?
Don't worry, your secret is safe with me.
Oh, good.
A lot of people don't like Irishmen. But I say, if someone can lose that ridiculous accent and go to the C of E, we must treat them as if they were actually British.
That's very kind of you. We're not Irish.
Of course you're not. A nod is as good as a wink.
I can't tell if... I don't think she's using Irish as a euphemism. I mean, it'd be a terrible euphemism anyway. Oh, I do have money. 12 unicorn song. Well, I don't know if I need anything yet, so... Alright, so I'm pretty sure I was correct then. They are gay. Apparently, it's not okay to be Irish?
Oh, shit. James? James! Come in!
Ooh. Explosion.
You must take your joy
The house is trying to
immediately.
kill me.
Boop. Oh, what do they have? Ooh, a note. Dearest Puppy, Dr. F got a note on the blower about a new shipment of apples over the bridge. I'm going down to see how many apples I can get before they're all gone. I can make you a crumble. Love, your Moo.
Why don't we farm anymore? We used to farm.
Hello? Oh, another one. Molecules. Dearest Moo, have you ever wondered how a fertilized egg turns into a man? I mean, 1 minute he's a single cell, 9 months later he's waving his hands and fingers around. He's got his personality too. My brother Francis was always trouble. Never was happy longer than an hour, not even on his birthday. He was like that the day he came out. Wouldn't sleep, cried all the time, never did a nice thing for anybody unless he planned to get something. Somewhere in that tiny egg must be all the instructions for building the man, mustn't there? A whole library full of instructions, no bigger than a strand of protein. Imagine that. Instruction set made only of molecules. Who could read such a thing? And yet it must exist, because the egg is too small to fit anything else. I wonder why you turned into someone I love. There must be so many different dice rolled each time a baby is made, yet they all came out the right way. Wonder what I did right that God made a man for me to love. Love, Puppy.
I wonder if we'd ever have got together if things had been different.
No time for that. I'm apparently being tried to be murdered by the house. I swear that was a gas trap. I swear I could go into the stairs here before. The house has changed. Dear Puppy, can you pick up some flour? Barley, if that's all they have. I made you pies, so we're all out. Love, your Moo.
Those were fantastic pies. This is all going to be my
You
fault.
must take
somehow.
your joy
Oh, God, no.
immediately.
James! James! Are you breathing? You're breathing. Okay. Okay. Dr. Faraday? James.
I feel like I've been run over by lit balloons.
Lead balloon?
What the hell did you do now, Pop?
I guess you're all right, James.
Where is she?
I think she finally made a portal.
Don't be ridiculous.
There was a hole in the floor and she fell into it, then the hole fell in with her and they were both gone.
Well, in any event, we have to find her.
We don't know where she went.
She could be hurt.
Oh, all right then.
She must have left some note somewhere. You know how she is about notes.
Maybe there's a hidden mechanism. It'll be just like her. Where would she hide a secret mechanism?
You will take your joy immediately.
Ah! No! Eh! I didn't think it could reach me from over here. Ah, stop it.
You will take your joy immediately. You will take your joy.
I will not. Shut up. I was wondering where this was. Money. November 4th, 1961. You seem to have hit some caverns. That's handy. Basement has become a bit claustrophobic. All my new friends. Dig we must. But tell Watson to oil the hatch. Don't want awkward questions from Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Think it all began as a root cellar. Who? Wait a minute. Are we Tweedledee and Tweedledum? Yeah, it seems about right. The Numpty Chief has sent me to redo all his calculations. He near blew up the last I can't read today. I can never read in this game for some reason. He near blew up the lab last Wednesday by dropping a decimal point. Haven't been sleeping well. Formula keep chasing each other around my brain, trying to link up. Oddest thing, one of his formula has two answers. First is clearly what he wants. Every number has two square roots, doesn't it? Positive and the negative. While it could be a positive particle going forth in time, it could equally be a negative particle going backwards. What would that mean for the curvature of space? Somehow it turns back on itself? You bend it all the way? Place two distant points side by side? Of course, just because the math has two solutions doesn't mean the physical reality corresponds, does it? Just try to explain any of this to his numptiness. January 29th, 1957. The figures say I can open a portal, but I can't fix where the other end goes. That's rather useless. Most of space is space. What's the use of a portal between stars? I suppose you could name the new constellations you were seeing, whilst the void was sucking the air out of your lungs.
Portals. She was always talking about portals, but I never thought she'd actually be able to make one.
I remember that. Ooh, what? Where's this? Right there. James and Roger. Excuse me. Here. Excuse me. Which one of you two numpties put away my slide rule? Do not put away my slide rule. Leave it on the lab table. That's where I use it. Now please, locate it wherever you have hidden it and bring it back. F.
Of course, it's our fault. It's never her fault.
Why is this bookshelf smoking?
I'm going to need 3 power cells to fire this up.
Haha, I'm way ahead of you.
How long has that been there?
My thoughts exactly. The last 2 times I was in this house. I could definitely go under the stairs. There's none of this secret door bullshit. I should tell my special friend.
No? I'll try to be sensible, pup.
Right, fine. I'm not telling him about the hatch then. He doesn't get to know.
Where are you?
In the basement!
We don't have a...
Yeah, we do. Compass is red, which means I'm a sneak.
Did she tell you we had a basement?
I read it in a note. Nice place. Hold on, I don't want to press the button yet. There's all sorts of stuff around here. I want to know how you hide this kind of place. Where the fuck do you put all the rocks that you excavate? How do you hide that shit?
What do you think that button does?
Don't press the button if you don't know what it does.
It's a fancy elevator.
Sweet baby roses.
Who built this?
Dr. F, I think. It just goes down and down, doesn't it? Shut up, Nick.
Hey.
What the hell was that?
That was obviously a robot.
Don't I feel stupid now? I could see it was a bloody robot. Why didn't she tell us she was making robots?
I suppose that's how she made this facility. But what is it for?
Have you ever, in your wildest dreams, ever imagined a place like this?
Well, yes, but it didn't have gravity.
Did you dream we were living on top of one?
I don't think I did. Modeling makes you strong. Little pinata. I wonder whose birthday it is. Melting Star. August 12th, 1959. Great day in the saga of experimental physics. At 3:07 a.m., I folded space in the Q dimension, opening a portal. If only I could lay it out to someone who kens the physics like I do. Kens the physics? I don't know what that means. Good news is, the whereabouts of the other end of the portal is not random after all. It is attracted to mass, so the odds of snapping to a planet are much, much higher. Bad news, the odds of snapping into a star are astronomically, Helen, higher. As I worked out after I opened a tiny portal and melted half of the lab. Yeah, I suppose that would do that, huh? Oh, God, and the chances of it snapping to a black hole. Thank Murphy I wasn't in front of it. Once I've found how not to stick a portal into a star, I'll try again. Bigger problem is trying to figure out how not to stick it to a black hole. October 31st, 1959. Quite hard concentrating today. These idiots keep rapping on my front door, begging for sweets. I'm going to electrify the fence. Fascinating news. More of those bonny blue crystals began growing on the walls the moment the portal opened, and kept growing until it closed. Are they a substance that wafts through the portal, or is their crystal matrix a function of the Q-dimensional fold somehow? I'm no materials engineer, alas. And if I told Numpty, he'd commandeer my lab.
My God, she did it. She made a portal. Why didn't she tell us?
Because I'm an idiot. Explosive. Most likely.
It'll be fine.
Try to stay in one piece, would you?
Don't touch that!
Why not?
You don't know how powerful it is. You don't know what it does, or how to make it work.
I just pull this trigger, don't I?
For fuck's sake, Roger!
Explosive. Bottling explodes.
Put that away! For God's sake!
You're no fun.
No, indeed! I am no fun at all!
Oh, someone's in a mood. I'm going to go see what's behind those doors.
Don't you think we should figure out what this equipment does first?
No.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
Have fun with that. I just had a thought. Which one of us is Tweedledee and which one of us is Tweedledum? It's one of those hallways that is supposed to make you think it's longer than it is because of how it converges in the middle. I hate it.
Roger, there's a robot here.
Oh, the radio works.
I don't think it's friendly. Could you come back and shoot it for me?
Robot. Robot, I come in peace. You do not, though. It was not friendly.
Sorry to be a bother. I just hate to think how you'd manage if I was dead.
I think we should go back upstairs and maybe start running and keep running till we've gone across a few bridges.
We have to rescue Dr. F.
What if there are more of these things?
That's why we have to rescue her. Something's obviously gone wrong with her robots.
Are you sure they're hers?
Obviously it was hers. It had her voice.
Yes. She must have recorded her own voice for the robots to use. But look at this writing. I've never seen writing like that. Have you?
How do you know it's writing?
What the hell is it?
Looks like a floor
Haven't
plan.
you ever wondered where Motoline came from?
No. From the ground, obviously. What are you getting at, Rog?
I'm not sure yet.
You do know how to make a bloke feel thick. Look, you figure out whatever language this is, and I'll go and find Dr. Faraday.
You're hurt.
I'll be fine.
I'll go find her. You see what you can do with all
Did
the
anybody
control
else
panels.
see his head
We'll stay in
spasm a
touch
little
by
there?
radio.
You're like, alright, what makes you think that this is a language? I mean, this looks more like an extremely vague floor plan than anything. Why does R shove? I instinctively pressed R because of Halo, and it just shoves. What? Oh, I can change modes. That's interesting. Where am I going? Okay, this way then. Incorrect. This way. To the area marked power.
do anything stupid and get yourself killed, alright? I'll never forgive myself.
Dying's the best part. Ooh.
What did you just do?
I appear to have triggered a bit of the security system.
If I'm reading this right, you're near some sort of security room. Maybe you can unfuck things there?
Unfuck things. Well put. Let's read a note first. Planet X. February 29th, 1960. Robots. Planet X is populated, as far as I can tell, only by robots. See no sign of their masters. Suppose the radiation doesn't bother them. I dubbed my new planet New Paisley, till I find out what the proprietors call it. Who are the owners? What do they look like? May 7th, 1960. Still no sign of the owners. Odd. Are they all dead? Or did they wander off to a nicer planet and leave their robots behind to maintain this old one? Quite a lot of radioactivity across my portal. Since I can't go across, and I am well sick of peeking through a hole, I hope I can lure a robot across to my side and then dismantle it. May 9th, 1960. That went nicely. The robot crossed the portal and went right into my electric trap. Seems to be rather short-sighted. Can't wait to see how it is put together. Oh, and Numpty went on holiday. Yes, went on holiday in clothes. That's right. I remember that. That's what that means. I wonder who gets his lab. Will never give it to me. Even if I am 10 times smarter than Numpty Jr. Who knows? Maybe I can get the robots to build me a better one. Ha! At least in my little lab in the caverns below the house, no one ever bothers me.
She captured a robot.
Ow.
There's one of those marks. This time on the wall. It's not hieroglyphics. I recognize Hangul or Devanagari.
Sorry, pup. I've got to go to the best schools.
Her portals. Do you think the other end could be terribly far away?
Like Scotland?
What if these are
Scotland?
alien robots?
Well, it doesn't matter. We still have to rescue her.
No, it wouldn't matter to you.
Theo Mottling. September 25th, 1960. I have learned more engineering in the past month, taking apart that one robot that I learned in a year since I first taught myself. The thing was powered by a purple liquid whose active ingredient seems to be the purple crystals that have been forming all over my workshop. Calculate its energy density at 17.3 kilowatts hours per kilogram. You could use a source of power in Wellington Wells. Wood gas is so tedious to extract, and wood from across the bridge is hardly free. Still have no clue where the owners of these robots have got to. Clearly I will have to trap another robot and teach it to speak English. Wonder if I can learn their instruction set. Then I could program one to do useful things. Would be nice to have some help around the lab. Especially help that doesn't feel the need to chat, like those two idiots downstairs.
I knew it. Motorlings from outer space.
Interesting. Ooh.